You have entered the Plumbing Business Success Zone, teaching entrepreneurs the business of plumbing. This is Potty Talk Live, recorded live on Facebook every week. Type 5 in the comments to subscribe to the show. And now your host, Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber.
Hey, plumbing pros, welcome to the 200th episode of Potty Talk Live, where we've been taking it into the trenches, the crawl spaces, basements, kitchens, and baths, all around this big, beautiful world of ours to talk to plumbing professionals just like you. Yes, I'm Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber. Hey, and this is a celebratory, easy for me to say, all right, time here. We got fireworks going off in the background. It's our 200th episode of Potty Talk Live. And let's get this party started. All right. Hey, the lovely Laura, as always, is joining me here. Hey, baby.
Hey, honey.
How you doing? Look at this.
Amazing.
Hey, I got a little cleaned up here for this special.
Fireworks though when I see.
Oh, hey, that's right. All right. Hey, glad to have you here. If you're watching live, type live in the comments. If you're watching us by the replay, type replay. And if you're listening to the podcast, you know what to do. Just keep on doing, looking, listening. All right. I'm reading my comments here. Oh, snap. Yep. Whoop, whoop. There we go. That's right. 200 episodes.
And Chuck's saying you're looking sharp.
Hey, I took a shower and everything. Put on some smell good. No.
You smell really
Yeah. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
All right. Hey, we thought we'd just have a little party here and just, reminisce here. 200 episodes, you know, back when we started, you know, Potty Talk Live, when we got started, was really about, we wanted to lift up our industry. I'm proud to be in the plumbing industry, all right? And I know you are too. We're part of a great industry, and we just wanted something that would lift up the industry. Also, I kind of wanted to bring it here. Hey, for those that are just joining us here, or just, you know, who is this guy? All right, who is this guy? All right, what's he all about? Hey, my name is Richard Behney, and I'm known as the $1 Million Plumber, but I wasn't always the $1 Million Plumber. Hey, I started back in the trenches, you know, and working for others, and decided to go out on my own, and went out on my own, and started a plumbing business, and made all the mistakes, but grew it into a large service company, and wound up selling it. And we thought we were done with plumbing and plumbers, right? We did, but hey, we love it, and we just got to kind of pull back in just when we thought we were out. What is it from The Godfather? Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. You know.
And Jenny said they got the kids to bed early so we could watch.
All right. Hey, welcome.
Jenny.
Okay. Hey, there's a plumbing power couple. All right. And so, hey, that's what we're all about here, is for plumbers. And so as we wanted to do something, we got into where we teach the business of plumbing. So we're consulting and that kind of a thing. And and I thought, wow, hey, we ought to have like a program. Okay, so we come up with a name, Potty Talk Live, where we could talk the business of plumbing.
Sweetheart.
What?
Would you like to see the very first?
Do you have the first? Oh, I don't know. This could be painful.
This is a little.
This could be painful.
It's all of our viewership, actually.
Okay.
This, but it's pretty fun. So let's see.
All right, bring it. Okay, I haven't seen it since.
Here it is. The very first.
There we go. Okay, I recognize that. Hey, we got a little swinging little thing there. All right, Potty logo. Oh.
Whoa. We obviously didn't know how to do lighting. Or you didn't.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Can you get more customers, make more money,
and
grow our plumbing businesses?
Oh, that's
great place to be here. Hey, it's Valentine's Day too. Hey, I need some hearts. We need some hearts.
Okay, then we got some hearts. Okay. It's painful looking back at old pictures or whatever. But yeah, we started on Valentine's Day.
2018?
2017. 2018. Yeah. Seems like it. 2018.
Okay, I got to get rid of it.
Okay, get rid of that. All right. Hey, but hey. And it was rough, and we started. In fact, when I was doing that, that's in our home office. We have a home office, and I'm at one end. Okay, we got a big office, and Laura was on the other end. In fact, we share, but she was on the other end, and her back was actually turned to me because she wasn't a fan of doing the Potty Talk Live.
Not on board with Potty Talk Live.
And I could see why. It was bad. Oh, Hey, that's part of what we. What?
Joseph said, amazing series, but episode 55 is the best.
I wonder who's right. And we had a lot of great people on here, but just like we talk about this, about just falling forward. Don't wait till everything's perfect. Like obviously that wasn't perfect, and we're not near perfect now. But you just got to keep going going and going and going,
Hey,
falling
there's some
forward.
people that sent some congratulatory messages.
Really?
Yeah, we did. You want to see?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Look who we have here.
I recognize that guy.
Antonelli. Want to say hello?
Hey Richard, congratulations on your 200th episode. Dude, that is so awesome. Keep up the great work. Happy to be a part of the team there and working with you guys and your clients. It's so awesome. Appreciate everything you guys are doing and keep up the great work.
All right. Thank you,
Yes,
Dan.
thanks,
That's Dan
Dan.
Antonelli of Kick Charge Creative. Branding. Good guy. Hey, good stuff there. Branding is very, well, that's nice. That kind of makes me feel, I kind of feel warm and fuzzy. All right. Hey, but that, branding is so important. With our plumbing businesses. In fact, I really like to get into branding right off the bat, but it's one of those things that's just tough to, jump right into.
Yep.
But it's so important. And Kick Charge, Dan's team, they just do, they do a huge job.
They do a great job. Joey's
do.
saying my can't hear me very well. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yes, Dan does a great job. He's done for a number of our clients as well.
Well, I love all his work except
one.
Except one.
Except one.
And that's where we didn't know this, but they wound up doing the company that bought our company. All right,
Attaboy.
they decided to kind of change things
Step
up,
better.
and they took our buddy,
Our logo.
and Dan took our buddy and kind of made him. We were Attaboy
Supposedly
Plumbing.
better,
but he made it into Attababy Plumbing. But no, it's really nice work. We just don't like it
He does
because
great
he
work.
messed with our stuff.
He does.
But he does great work.
He
And
does great work.
one thing I love about Dan and about everyone we work with,
Sure.
with vendors, is just that they have a heart for plumbers.
It's true.
And that's what Potty Talk Live is all about. And that's what I want for you guys, okay, with this team. I want to find people that actually have a heart for plumbing. There's a lot of people out there that can do the creative and can do that stuff. Maybe not that good. Well, quite honestly, not that good. But also the heart is important.
Right, there's
okay?
one on DW said jumped into branding pretty quick. They did. Dan did a great job.
Did a great
on
job
the
with this
branding.
stuff, and they look like you guys look like a franchise. They have basically one truck. I think they got to go get another truck on. But you did jump right into right out of the chute, which is a tough thing because you got to write some checks, right? So did Works Plumbing. Did great. All right.
Yeah, right there, little rocket.
All right. There's Rocket brand there,
Rocket.
and they look like a national franchise. But
do.
so you get, but it makes a huge difference. It's extremely
Christy.
important.
Sorry, Christy's saying get on the camera. No, that's not happening.
Great.
Hey, you know what? I've got one other one for you here.
You got more?
I do. I've got
Aw,
all
more
kinds of
presents?
fun stuff
What
for
do you got?
tonight. This is the president of Toto USA, Mr. Bill Strain.
I recognize it.
Yeah.
Hey Richard, congratulations on the 200th show for the $1 Million Plumber. I'm out here with my bike gang, just kind of taking it easy on a Saturday morning. Everyone say hi, Richard! Hi, Richard! Congratulations, buddy, and good luck on 200 episodes for the $1 Million Plumber.
Oh
The
man,
president of Toto USA.
that's cool. I have to admit,
crazy?
I got a little bit of Toto is my favorite plumbing brand. Okay, I'll just be transparent. One
I
of
would
the things
say a lot of people, if you agree with that, type Toto in the comments.
I just,
bet a lot of guys say that.
with Potty Talk Live here, I decided I wasn't going to be worried about. I'm just going to, I'm not going to worry about being PC. I'm just going to speak it. I'm going to give you my opinion, and I'm just going to say what I like and what I don't like. And Toto is really, it's my favorite plumbing brand, and so it's pretty. Bill String is a cool dude.
Obviously,
and,
look at him, he's a
I mean,
biker. He's
the
got a bike
biker.
gang,
This is
for
the
heaven's
president
sakes.
of Toto USA. So
That's so
financially,
cool.
he's also really sharp. So I kind of like, we've had a few other conversations outside of Potty Talk Live, and I just love those conversations. And what I love, again, it goes back to the heart that he has for plumbers, and especially a heart for small plumbing business owners. Okay, Toto loves the small guy, and they're looking at ways that they can really support the small guy. And so not only are they great. The reason I fell in love with Toto is because when that
fans.
EPA thing came all through and all that, Toto actually re-engineered the toilets, to flush, and they flush well. And just a great product. I just like the design and
Great
all that kind of
product.
stuff.
So it was
And
nice of Mr. Strang
that's
to do that
cool.
for you.
Wow,
Isn't that fun?
I love that.
I know.
Well, as you know, if you're just joining us here, it may seem kind of a little bit weird, a little bit of love fest here. Again, my name is Richard Behney, and I'm the $1 Million Plumber, but I'm a plumber. I'm a master plumber.
Yeah,
I've been in the plumbing industry for 30 years, and I started in the trenches just like everyone else. I kind of fell into plumbing. That's kind of a thing with the plumber, with plumbers and all. It's just we kind of fall into plumbing, and I kind of fell into plumbing. And found out I was really pretty good at it, and decided to start my own plumbing business. Okay, and so I got a truck.
And I remember the day.
You remember? I came home and said,
I wasn't on that plan either.
You weren't on that, right? The lovely Laura, just which is right. You got to have that, kind of keep you on track. But you went with me anyways.
Of course. What else am I going to do?
And we took our last 50 because we're already, Well, I hear from people, I talk guys all the time, is I don't have any money, I don't, we're in debt.
Got no backing.
Right.
Someone said that the other day.
I don't have
financial backing.
financial
Like,
backing.
what is that?
The financial backing is to get off your back,
Right.
okay, and get at it, okay, and that's all you can do, and that's what we try to teach here at Potty Talk Live is, we want to talk and teach the business of plumbing because we can be very good at plumbing. I was very good at plumbing. I discovered I was really pretty good at it, and especially with customers and that kind of a thing. But the business side I didn't know, but I got the truck. I took our last $1,500.
Yes, you did.
And I went and bought a truck. Nobody wakes up in the morning and wants to call a plumber.
No, read it better.
No one wakes up in the morning and wants to be a plumber. That's right. So that's so true. It wasn't on my top 100 list. Probably like you, Tom. I wanted to be a rock and roll star. And that kind of stuff. And here we are. But it's wound up to be a great thing if you are digging in the right place.
That's
we talk about nuggets of gold here. But I got a truck, and I there we go.
There you go, baby.
There we go. There's the truck.
There
I bought that truck.
You are.
It was right on the lot. I never saw. I happened to go by. I was volunteering at a food bank. Okay, downtown. And I just happened to come back home in a different way. I just felt the Lord press on my heart to go in a different way. And I drove by this lot right when an old carpet company was dropping off this van. And something made me turn around and go back. And literally, I got to get this van and spent like $1,300 on this van.
Yeah, you came home with it.
I came home with I made a command decision.
Hey, Johnny.
All right, thanks, Johnny. And so I brought this van home. And I don't know if you could take a close look at it. First of all, man, I have some weight on me. Huh? That's what Taco Bell do to you guys. Okay? All right, lay off the Taco Bell.
What year? That was 2001.
2000? Right? Yeah.
2001.
2001?
That's what
yeah.
It was.
And I had a couple of paint cans, spray paint in the cab there, and I would spray. You see some rust down below. All below it was all rusty. And every morning I would spray paint white.
Chuck in the truck.
I was Chuck in the truck. Okay.
Good
all right. I was Chunky Chuck in the truck. Okay. And I had orange wheels. So even then, I kind of had feel. I kind of had to stand out.
See,
I like how
he had orange wheels.
Right. And I'd spray the wheels orange every morning too. Before I took off. But that was the van. And it became a roadside billboard every so often because it would break down and I have to call a buddy or something to come pick me up.
It did.
And we know. But that was how we started. I had that loaded down in the back just perfectly.
Yep.
But
you know what?
What?
The buddy that you called, I don't know if you remember your buddy that you called. It'd be him right here.
I just want to say congratulations, my friend.
Oh.
200th episode of Potty Talk Live. And as you always told me and have you still tell me today, Scotty, keep swinging. And I'm telling you, Richard, you keep swinging. All right, brother. Congratulations.
Oh, man, that's going to bring tears to my eyes. Oh, man, that's my buddy, Scotty McCracken. He was an employee, which we say you don't hire friends. That's what we say.
One in a million chance that
But one in a million. He became a friend. But he always had my back, always worked as an employee. And just I didn't ask for anything special, but always was there.
Yep.
And he was one of the first guys I hired. And
he was the second guy, or no, he was the first guy you hired.
Yeah, the first guy I hired, I wound up having to take to court because he thought he owned the company after I hired him. So guys, I talk with my private coaching clients, and really with that, look, I can tell you everything you need to do to have a successful and self-sustaining and very profitable plumbing business. But more importantly, and this may not, I don't know if I'll lose view or credibility, I can tell you what not to do because I've made every mistake, and that's really, I hope you feel my heart.
Dan, I think Dan Antonelli is just starting to watch, and I'm sure he is loving the picture of this fan.
Hey Dan, even then, look at that. I was working the brand. Can you feel it? It's clean. It has some clean lines. My little slogan is "Trouble with plumbing, we come running."
Dan, you want to hire him?
All right. Call 578-ADA.
ADA.
All right.
ATTA.
Okay.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Hey, but it was nice and clean. Okay.
It was nice and clean.
All right.
But
but Scotty. But then we grew into.
Sorry. Did you want to talk more about Scotty?
Then Scotty was part of this, and we grew into multiple trucks there. And there's my little PT Cruiser. We talked about getting work out of the truck, and that PT Cruiser was known around town
for speeding, and cutting people off.
It was it kind of whipped in and out, I got the, it was a little quick, and you got to be careful about how you drive, especially when you have your name all over the car, okay? Because people
Big like that
do call, okay? So, but there we go. Okay.
Oh, that's so fun.
Oh, I love it. And if I can do it, you can do it.
That's right. Add a baby.
Add a baby.
That's
so
right.
there we go. So there we did. We got the branding.
We did.
And I remember, we talk with our clients, and one of the big things is, we talk about, do we get new trucks or used trucks, that kind of a thing. You got to pull the trigger. One thing is we're conditioned a certain way, and that's one thing we get into the private coaching and into the academy. We get in the academy is about how we're conditioned to think about money because you're in business, okay? Not plumber. You're not a plumber, all right? You're a CEO, and so we're in business. And sadly, if we've kind of fallen into plumbing, or we're plumbers and into plumbing and trades, we've been conditioned a certain way to think about money.
It's so true.
And so one of the things is the lie about no debt and get in line and working for the man and all those kinds of things. Okay, and so one is so it's a big deal to get trucks. Okay, and I remember when we wrote that. We got 2 trucks right off the bat, and went new like that with the Sprinters, and where we felt like we were going to throw up. But it was the best thing we ever did. And we got those trucks, and that's good debt, okay? Because the trucks make you money. They make you look good too. They also attract others that guys that want to work. They want the new equipment.
Nice new truck.
The nice new trucks. They want.
Can I bring on another?
You got more?
Baby, I'm loaded.
Bring it.
Loaded for bear, baby.
What you got?
It's the Bentons.
Oh, look at the junior VP there.
We heard her on the show the other night, didn't we?
Congratulations, $1 Million Plumber, 200 episodes. Are you kidding me? That's insane. Hey, man, I think that that speaks to who you are as an individual, how much people value what you bring to the table, your expertise. Hey, man, we're humbled to be a part of this. Man, we love everyone that's a part of $1 Million Plumber. You guys leading it out. Not only the first 200 episodes, but we're excited for the next 200 episodes as well. So congratulations,
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Keep them coming, man. That is insane.
Yeah.
Brandon, what do you want to say, baby? Say bye-bye.
Oh.
Congrats, brother. God bless
Oh,
you.
man.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, brother.
So fun.
We love those guys. And hey, that's what it's all about, guys. That's the reason why you have your business.
That's
Is to be
right.
able to have family and do family things. It's not to work for the business.
Right.
The business is meant to work for you, and but you gotta systemize it, and and these people help with that. We take it very seriously on who we do business with and who we want to share with you or say, hey, this is who you should do business with. And these are a couple people you should be doing business with. Matt and Taylor Benton with Trenchless Marketing and Real-Time Reviews. Trenchless Marketing, all your Google stuff, let them handle all the Google stuff. Get your website built, do all your SEO. There just isn't anyone better, okay? And again, also with the reviews, okay, real-time reviews, getting reviews,
so
and they're cute, all right, and they're good people. I mean, not only they're good people, but the brother in Christ, do good work. I just love them. That's who I do business with, okay, and I believe that's who you should be doing business with as well.
Sure.
And so check them out there, man. Great stuff there.
Yeah.
It's important, it's important who you do business with. Okay, there's a lot. I know you get pulled. You're getting a lot of calls, especially on the SEO side.
Stuff. Well, I mean, think about when we started Yellow Pages. I mean, if we're kind of doing a history of where we started with our plumbing business, Yellow Pages was the thing. I think we've said it a few times. We used to spend, in the height of the Yellow Pages, we spent how much a month?
For one book, 15 grand.
$15,000.
$15,000 just for the one book.
For the Yellow Pages, and
For
you
total.
had to be in it, or you were gonna die.
$15,000 a month, not a year. $15,000 a month. You know how many toilet repairs you got to do? Okay,
Couple.
there's no excuse today. It's never been easier. Never been easier now. You get trenchless on board, let them take care of you, get you set up. But it's a little bit of a long play too. Look, guys, if you're serious about growing your plumbing business, you got to look at the long play. Don't be just going for the quickie stuff. Okay, the quickie stuff just don't work. All right, there's guys out there to get you some quickie stuff, but you got to be set up properly. And you want to be with some folks then too that have been working with the plumbing industry, okay, and that that have your best interest at mind as well. So, and these folks definitely do. So check them out.
Yeah.
All right, I'm fans. All right, I love hanging out with them. When are we going to hang out with them again?
I don't know. Got to get down to Florida. Say January sounds good.
There we go. Oh man,
Pretty fun, huh?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, I love that. Got someone else that wants to say congratulations.
You got more?
Do you remember this guy?
Oh, okay.
Jim Eichensir. Everybody knows Jim Eichensir.
Eichensir. All right.
Everyone in the plumbing industry should know Jim Eichensir.
It's 200 shows. It's crazy. You guys asked me to do one for your 100th show, and I didn't. I am not a fine human being. But hey, you treat me that way, and you treat everybody that way, and it's great. And just several words here I got to throw at you. They serve, they love, they share, they encourage, they teach. Richard and Laura, awesome. God bless you both. Congratulations. See you at the 300th.
He is an awesome human being.
He is. If you're not friends with Jim Eichensir and you're in the plumbing business, go be friends with him.
Check him out.
He's just a great guy.
That's one of the blessings of the privileges I've had of it by just jumping in this and doing the Potty Talk Live. I've gotten to speak with now literally hundreds of guys all over the world, and it's fun. Some are interesting.
We've had some interesting guys on,
right?
have we not?
Others are. I mean,
one was drunk. I'm certain one was
I'm
drunk.
sure, right?
Absolutely
or something.
certain.
He's on something, but it's fun. It's all part of it
find
here.
that
Okay.
episode.
And but guys like Jim here, Jim has been one of we've enjoyed all of them, and like to say everyone's our favorite because we just feel it's a privilege to be able to speak with everyone. But Jim is a lot of fun, and just a good guy. He makes us all look good in the industry.
Yep.
He's just a cat out there getting it done, and just a good man.
Thanks, guys.
Check out his site. He does like a happy birthday thing and all that. I mean, he's just
and he's a rock and roller, just like Doc Shell.
He's right.
Got a lot of rockin' plumbers out there.
All right, BJ.
Thanks,
Love these
BJ.
guys. Power couple there. Thank you guys for taking us under your wings.
Where are they out of, baby?
Amarillo by morning.
There you go.
All right.
It's true.
And we love you guys. We really do. There's a couple of our they're part of our private coaching, and that's been a little. We really enjoy the coaching side. Now we have the Success Academy that's out there, and you can check it out if you're serious about growing your plumbing business. I got to get in there because I want it for you. It's not say I just want it. If you're serious about growing your plumbing business, it's all there for you. Type success in the comments, or you can go to the1milliondollarplumber.com/success. But we do private coaching as well.
Chrissy's gonna make me cry.
Aw.
I have so much more than coaches. Honor to have them in our lives. Aw.
Yeah, we really do. We're a little surprised how emotionally attached we've gotten to all of our.
I know.
I'm trying to keep it, professional. They're all different personalities, and but they're all working on it. But yet we're all the same because we're all going in, working on our plumbing business. And that's what I love about the plumbing industry. Look, if we're plumbers, no matter, and I'm so convinced of this now, even more. 200 shows in,
200.
and talking to hundreds of guys, literally all over the world. Okay, if we're in we're in the plumbing industry and we're plumbers, we have so much in common. No matter what country we're in, what what our race is, what our religion is, whatever is background, whatever. It's so. If we're in the plumbing industry, it's amazing how much we have in common. And I love it, and that's what's been
super fun about it. Meeting the different plumbing power couples, our PPCs. Type in PPC if you're PPC, out there.
Which we really relate to because that's how we started. All right, hey, if you're a guy out there and you're looking to get in the truck and start your own plumbing business, hey, and having your wife, in the business with you. It really helps you a lot. Look, 95% of all plumbing businesses fail. 95%. Get that. 95% of all plumbing businesses fail. Then of the 5%, what's even sadder, and this guys I talked to in this situation, 97% of those that are supposedly surviving, or survived, are doing just that, surviving. Okay? And because they're living week to week. They basically own their job. And what's sad is you get to be my age. You get to be, 45, 50, 55, and all you've had is this job, and but to stay away from that, if you can discover what the right, what the right purpose is, the right people and the right processes in place, all right, and you do it with your significant other, all right, that's what makes a plumbing power couple so powerful. Is so being able to bring those two different skills together.
You know what? I got another plumbing power couple for you, baby.
You do?
I do.
Hey, there's a.
I just love her smile.
Richard,
I said I was.
I know. We just wanted to. We both want to talk to you so bad because it's your 200th episode, and we do a couple of these videos here and there from time to time, and I realize what goes into it. It's a lot of work, and for you to be on your 200th episode, good for you. It's awesome. So what do you have to say?
Just wanted to say congratulations. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep teaching and preaching, and you're killing it out there. So we just wanted to say congratulations to you on your 200th episode.
We love what you're doing for the industry. Thanks a lot for what you guys do.
Oh,
the bosses.
Guys. And those guys are off. The boss. The bosses. The bosses. That's Larry and Jody Enright of Sky Boss. I've met a lot of people. I have a background. I have stories. If we ever get together, I'll bore you with my stories. I've met a lot of famous people. I've got privilege to do a lot of cool things. I was in the racing and met a lot of NASCAR drivers and that kind of stuff. Thank you,
Thanks,
Plums
Keith,
Up.
Keith
All right,
and
Keith and Lindsay. Love those guys too. All right, you guys are awesome. But I have a great respect, and I was a little bit awed when I got a chance to meet Larry of Sky Boss. I'd been watching him for a while because I was looking, honestly, I was looking to create a software, a management tool, that because I didn't think
I was going to shoot you.
I was going to, right.
I
already did something else and it didn't work out, and she's no more spending money, no more, and that kind of stuff. And always have, hey, you guys get it, right? You're an entrepreneur, right? And so, because it wasn't, and I've used the other biggies, okay? We used one of the biggies. In fact, we were there, we beta tested with them, with the biggie, okay? And all that, but there's nothing out there. There was nothing out there that really supported plumbers, that really got it on the plumbing side,
right?
Okay? Then I found Sky Boss. My first moment, I was like, oh, son of a,
took my Jesus.
right.
Jesus for Larry.
But then I started following and watching Larry, and now that I've got an opportunity, just to see, okay, if also if this is something that I'd want to, that we would want to recommend, that kind of a thing, because we wanted to provide a solution for you guys that are looking, okay? Sky Boss is definitely the solution for you. If you're, if you're serious about growing your plumbing business, not just having a job, okay, you need Sky Boss, okay? And Sky Boss of the others, again, what I love about it is it has a heart for plumber. Larry's a guy that started in the trenches, literally in a trench, which I respect. I mean, I love that. And he's grown, a few, multi-million-dollar businesses.
They're pretty small businesses, really.
Yeah.
The couple of plumbing companies he started.
And so the guy, so he gets it. I wouldn't want to tick him off. He gets it at all levels.
He gets things done.
Yeah, he gets it done, and I just love the guy. I look forward to Larry. I don't know if they're watching. I look forward
Jody
to
was earlier, so I'm not sure.
Getting to know them better as we move on down the road
I
there.
just love how they take care of our clients. I know all of our clients have nothing but good to say about them. So.
Look, yeah, Larry. Oftentimes you can get Larry. The guy is. I don't know how he does it. To be honest with you, I mean, I got irons in the fire all over the place and stuff.
Yeah,
and, I mean, he has more, and I don't know how he does it.
I think he must be really, really young.
Yeah.
He's like 27, I think.
Right, and he just he just keeps going. But I think
He's
what
the
it is
Energizer Buddy.
that he loves plumbers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he loves plumbers. He doesn't need to do that. And he just, but if you can call and you may get him answering the phone, or he'll call back and work with you.
Right. It's crazy.
Hey, Sean, how you doing, man?
Same with Jody too. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so they're on it. I mean, they have an organization that's on it, but they'll do it. They're in it. And so that's important to me, and I just want to stress that should be important to you. Mm-hmm. Okay, you want to do business with people that truly care about plumbing. And about about you and about you being successful. Certainly there's other options out there, but there's software companies that just they get some smart people together and they put something out there.
I know. Hey, what's been your favorite part of Potty Talk Live? Was it when you finally convinced me that it wasn't such a horrible idea?
That's right.
What's been your favorite part?
My favorite part
of Potty Talk Live.
I really like I like talking with the guys. And I think it's when I get it, and we were talking about this.
Yes.
It's kind of probably what's keeping me in with my doing the private coaching. Is I used to talk, I talk to my guys and try to give them the vision.
When we had the plumbing company.
When I had my plumbing business, and how they could take their lives to the next level. And quite frankly, most of the time, their eyes would be, they'd just be glossy, and even the best guys. And the reason is because they're plumbers. Okay, look, the Potty Talk Live is for plumbing business owners. Look, if you're not a plumbing business owner and you're watching the program, you get some things, great. But it's for plumbing business owners, and plumbing business owners really are unique. If you're a plumbing business owner, you're part of the 1% that actually had the courage, the courage to get into the ring. And then once you're in the ring, things happen, okay? The stuff starts going down, okay? And so you're wired though to be there. We often talk about eagles and sparrows.
Eagles and sparrows.
Eagles and sparrows, and not that anyone's better than the other.
Nope,
but if you're a plumbing business owner, you're an eagle, okay? Eagle soar.
Got any eagles in the audience tonight?
All right, there's some eagles in the audience. If you own a plumbing business, you're an eagle, okay? An eagle soar, and they have vision, and they see things, okay? And they also, there's few of them, and they're also alone, all right? Eagles do a couple things.
What do they do, sweetheart?
Well, one thing is they mate for life, okay? Eagles mate for life.
They mate for life.
Okay, and so they're flying, flying eagle power couples or whatever, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So they mate for life, okay, all right. But they also soar, all right. They're up here now. The sparrows, which is
good one, Patrick.
Okay, sparrows are down here, and there's nothing wrong with being a sparrow.
No,
okay,
just different.
Sparrows just different. They do good, but they flit around, and they flit around together. And they're eating worms and doing a little thing around here, okay? But eagles soar, okay? So trying to talk to sparrows how to be an eagle, it just doesn't make any sense,
work.
okay? So I can feel it when you get the information, or my coaching clients, or I get good things back from students. What?
When they go aha,
right?
Yeah.
That's what I love.
I know.
And that's why I'm doing this. We think, well, why are you doing it? What's your agenda?
Mr. $1 Million Plumber.
I just like, first of all, I like when I don't want you to make the same stupid mistakes I made.
Oh, I know. Please listen to us.
Okay, right.
We made them all.
And if you're a plumbing business owner, you're sitting on a gold mine if you're digging in the right spot.
It's true.
Okay, and if you're doing new construction, you're not digging in the right spot. Okay, I just say I'll just be okay.
It's true.
Yeah.
You want to talk to someone who wasn't digging, or listen to someone who wasn't digging in the right spot and now is? Doc Shell.
Doc Shell.
Doc Shell.
Did he say?
Hey Richard, it's Tom Shell with Tom Shell Plumbing. I just found out that you're having your 200th episode of Potty Talk Live. That's extraordinary. And I've been on 1% of those shows. Did a little research on other television shows that have had 200 episodes, like Johnny Carson. His guest was Telly Savalas. That's amazing. And Jay Leno, his 200th guest was Gene Hackman, the legendary actor. I can't wait to find out who your guest is. It's going to be great. Have a good day. Congratulations.
Doc Shell, you're our guest.
You're
go.
our guest. There we go. I love that guy, and I think he's a great representative. I love all my. He's one of my private coaching clients. Okay. And one of ours, or whatever, and I love all of our clients. We do.
Love all our children exactly the same.
I think Doc is a great representative of all of them, where all successful. They all experience some kind of success, but they're looking to take their game to another level. They just realize, I don't know something, and I want to know, and I want to learn something.
And I do want to learn it.
And I do, right. And that is power. Okay, that is strength. By the way, men. Okay, not hiding and saying, well, I don't want to, I don't want to learn or that make feeling weak or whatever. No, you got to reach out. Okay, and Doc is doing great. He's been successful, and he's looking to take his game to next level, and that's what champions do. Is they get coached up, and
he's a lot of fun.
And he is fun, and he's a rock and roller. And
and Jim Eikenser should start a band.
And life's not easy. He's a great example. Your business is going through transition. Your personal life is going through transition. Life's happening. Okay, there's no. What's his saying? Doc gave us this saying.
If the king doesn't rise, the kingdom dies.
Right. The king doesn't rise, the kingdom dies. If the king doesn't rise, the kingdom dies. And guys, that's the difference. Okay. There's no whining in plumbing business owning.
In plumbing?
Okay. Right?
There's no crying in plumbing.
There's no crying in plumbing.
Right.
And certainly if you own your plumbing business. And life, it's still life, and things are still happening.
Life is
but
life.
if you continue forward through the championship rounds, as we call it.
Okay, well, some of our clients are kind of calling you out on that one.
The championship rounds.
Patrick started it, yeah. And he asks, how many rounds are there?
It's how many rounds, how many rounds it takes.
At least 4.
All right. Okay. At least 4.
At least 4, and BJ's in his 20th.
Right.
So.
Okay. But you just keep moving forward.
Keep on swinging.
Just keep on swinging. That's that was what my buddy said. That was what I said. You just got to keep swinging. Okay. And if you do that, you'll win.
Yep.
Okay. Right purpose, right people, the right processes. Okay. And keep on swinging.
Yep.
All right.
GB's the one that started the question. How many rounds are there, Richard?
That's right. How many rounds are there? GB, just keep swinging, brother. Just keep swinging.
You gotta put your big britches on every day. Put your big boy pants on.
That's right. There's just no excuses. And every day is not going to be good. You're going to get knocked down with your plumbing business, but you get back up. Get back up.
So what's going to be coming up in the next 100 episodes, Mr. $1 Million Plumber? What can we expect, do you think?
Well, we're going to have more great guests on, okay? We're going to get some more industry leaders on.
And if you'd like to be a guest on Potty Talk Live, just type guest in the comments, and we'll reach out to you.
Certainly. I would love to have, if you'd like to be, hey, you got a story. If you got a plumbing business, you got a story, okay? And you should share it, because we all learn from each other's stories. In fact, we also gain confidence and say, hey, I'm not okay, someone else has experienced what I'm experiencing.
Right.
Okay, so have the courage, share, all right? That's what leaders do as well. They share their experience. So come on, all right? I'd like to have you on, but we're also going to have some industry leaders on. We're going to have more industry leaders on.
Like Mr. Strang?
Right, for the business side of things, not necessarily to sell their products and that kind of, what's good, because that you should, okay? You should have that opportunity to check out their products, because that's, it's business, right? But learning the business side, okay? Because business is business, all right? And so have an opportunity to, it's fun to speak with business leaders in our industry, okay? So we can relate to it. Hey, I use Toto, but to hear, some business insights. So we'll have more of that.
Right, like we did with some of our other vendors, like Dan Antonelli, he was on first with his.
I'm definitely going to have. I'm going to have more. Dan is going to be on more because with branding, we should discuss that. You guys, it ain't about plumbing. It ain't about plumbing. Okay, and we especially today, it's about the show and people make emotional decisions on the residential service side.
Right.
Okay, where the money's at. Okay, where the security's at. Okay, that's where the gold's at, period. Residential service. Okay, so you got to look the part. Okay, so Brandy, I want to have Dan on because the guy is just an expert. Okay, yes, we do have an MVP convention. That'll be coming up with. Okay, hey, I want to have Larry on more.
Mr. Sky
okay,
Boss.
okay. A Sky Boss, not just to talk Sky Boss and how to schedule and those kinds of things, which is very important in using that system, which you should be using that system. By the way, type what can we type Sky Boss?
Sky Boss, sure. Type
Sky Boss in the comments. If you want to learn more, Sky Boss in the comments, so go to themilliondollarplumber.com/Sky Boss. Okay, if you're listening, all right. But you should have that if you're serious about growing your plumbing business. All right.
So you're going to have more industry.
But I want, like Larry on, because the guy came from nothing. All right, guys, we want to listen to people like this in our industry that have come from nothing and done it multiple times. Okay. Right. Do we think we can learn something? I want to listen to him. So I want to have him on for me, you know, because I'm still learning. All right. And so it's just fun. So I want to have like Larry on. Definitely want to have, Matt and Taylor on, because, again, we're learning, business. We learn business insights, but also about how to use those, how important it is.
Tomorrow we have Applicant Pro on. Ryan Kohler will be on tomorrow.
Well, we talk about this always recruiting. Okay, there's no excuse. Well, I can't find anyone. Shut up, because you're not looking. Okay, we're talking point blank here, right? No, all right. Right? Be transparent, right? Can I know. I get the be careful, whatever. Look. Oh, I've given up. We're always recruiting, guys, because I hate when I hear I can't find anybody. Well, of course, because right when you need someone, they're not available. It's that way in every industry. Okay, every industry. What the professional does, not the hack plumber, but the professional plumbing business owner. All right, is always recruiting, okay? Always recruiting, just like you're looking for customers, okay? Always recruiting. And so Applicant Pro makes it a no-brainer. If you're not using Applicant Pro,
you're going to die.
You're going to die, all right? Okay? And look, and we just love you. When I'm speaking like this, is because it's just that simple, all right? You do these things, it is that simple. Not easy. Okay, if it easy, everybody be doing it, right?
Everybody be doing it.
And also, we live in a broken world, so everything's just not easy. But it is that simple. All right, 2 + 2 = 4.
Yep.
Doesn't matter where you're from. All right, who your daddy was. Okay. All right.
You're my big daddy, huh?
All right, baby. All right. So yeah, we're gonna have more of that on, I'm going to spend more time. I want to bring it. Okay.
Oh.
I want to spend more time with some training.
Oh, okay.
Okay, business training. So we're going to be throwing that in there, okay? Where we're just going to walk through these things, okay, and do some more training.
Perfect.
And just kind of show you a little bit. Can't go in depth here. I mean, if you're really serious about your growing your plumbing business, you need to check out the Success Academy, the Plumbing Business Success Academy.
We're going to talk about that here in just a little bit.
Okay. So there you have it. All right.
Let's see what else. I think I have one more.
You got one more?
I got one more for you. Let's see, where is it? Let's see, here we go.
Oh, okay.
Who doesn't love that face? Right there. Yeah. Here we go.
Hey, congratulations, Richard, on your 200th episode. And thanks so much for all the help you've given me on getting started as well. You're awesome. Keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, there he is. CF, the plumbing sales guy. CF in the house. Oh, I love that guy. We have a history.
Yeah, we do.
Again, it's fun who you do business with. He was a customer, and I wound up bringing him in. Found out that this guy is literally, and I don't mean to brag. I hope I'm not coming across that way. I've met a lot of people. I've done a lot. Okay. This guy when I say this, I mean this. This guy is the best salesman I've ever met.
He's the best. He reads people so well, which drives me insane.
I mean, and also he's a strong believer. He's a brother. A believer in Jesus Christ. And I would think if he wasn't, he'd be dangerous.
He would totally be
This would be a guy that'd wind up doing something on Wall Street. and take it. I mean,
like The Wolf of Wall Street.
So
I've
I mean,
heard about
right.
that movie. I haven't seen it, but
I mean, this guy, he's the best. And so, but what makes him also, he
anybody
gets it.
tell him we said that.
Yeah, because he
not let that out.
We'll
never hear the end of it.
Beautiful family. He and his wife April, 8 kids.
18,
all right,
19 kids.
Right. But the guy is always going. I mean, he's just always going. His mind doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop.
But he is the best, okay? And I brought him in, and one thing I love him is his heart for service. So he gets that. That's where I come from. I've always said, you don't need to sell. When you say you don't need to sell, just excel at serving, and it just happens because no one wakes up in the morning and wants to call a plumber. So they call that's a slam dunk. All right, so they called you because they want the plumbing done. It's shooting fish in a barrel. All right, so there's no excuse. If they don't use you, it's because you blew it. Okay. But it's just serving the customer. But there is a process to that, and CF has that down.
He does.
And so I brought him, he was number 1 at Angie's List. Okay, you ever heard of Angie's List? Selling that. He really didn't like that because he didn't really feel like he was helping. Okay, so he really didn't like that. He was number 1 at CarMax and like in the nation. Okay. And so he just gets it. He understands people, and I brought him in. He kind of we built a little relationship, and I asked him to come in and talk with my guys because I could see the guys were starting to drool more, and the guys rolling back more. Hey, that's just how it is. For those of you who have kids, they don't listen to dad. Okay, and your plumbers guys are just big kids. Okay, they're just big kids. All right. No matter how old they are, they're just big kids. And so I brought CF in, and he came and did his little song and dance and his routine. And my guys, he's great. Right?
He's a genius.
Right. He's just saying the same things I was saying. Right? But he said him better.
He says it faster.
He says it faster. He does say, and he's just better. Okay. The guy's a master. I mean, he's a sales guru.
But seriously, don't let anybody not let the cat out of the bag on that one.
Well, and so he did. He asked if he could. The guys put him his test like, well, you're not a plumber, okay? And he'll admit he's not a plumber. He knows. I can tell you right now, he probably knows more. Some plumbers I know, many plumbers I know now, he knows more about plumbing because he's that quick. He's just that kind of guy. He goes out, and so he already knows.
Yes, it is, Jody.
Right. I mean, he's just. He always wearing blue. That's right.
Blue.
Because we talked to him about that. It's branding.
Branding, baby.
All right. So he came to me one day and said wanted to go out and prove to the guys that he could sell plumbing. Actually sell because he was telling the techniques, and the guys finally, as they built, show us. So I sent him out like on a drain call, a drain call, and he sold it for like $2,500 or something. He told me.
Remember.
With the first 2 calls, he did like $4,000 worth of work out of nothing. I wasn't throwing him big call. I mean, these were.
And he didn't do it by ripping off the customer.
Right.
He actually served the customer.
Right, of what the customer wanted. And the customer loved it, and we've done other work for these customers. I mean, so it wasn't, it was, it's just that way. And so when we started really going, I didn't want to, we do in the academy, we do some sales training, okay, with options and that kind of stuff. I'm all about the business side. I want to teach you the business side of things. Okay, not necessarily.
Patrick wants to hire CF and pay him piece rate.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't think you can afford him.
Right. I think right.
Just saying.
But and so I did hit CF. He did work. I did hire him, and he was expensive, by the way, Patrick. I did hire him, and well worth it. Okay, I shouldn't put it that way. Anything, you got to spend money to make money. Okay, and so we did some other business things together. Okay, so I love our relationship with CF. I know that he loves you guys. Right. It was all about making sure that you succeed because I've been on both sides of arguments with him. We've had knockdown, drag out. We have a friendship, and we've done business together, and we've give and take, and so we're still here together. So when I knew that the industry, when I was into this and got out here more, there's not a good selling program out here for you guys. There isn't, and you need it. By the way, you need it.
Crap.
So, yeah.
Now he knows.
He knows. The guy sucks.
He does. Don't
stay as far away as possible.
He's a horrible salesman. He doesn't know anything about sales at all.
And so I saw that there just wasn't, there wasn't really anything good sales-wise for the plumbing industry. And so I said, CF, he's already was doing selling. He was already going into places and teaching them. And I said, man, you need to take this online. The opportunity's here. And so that's what he's done, okay? And he has the ability to, if you're not part of his weeklies, you need to be. Because they're, guys, you got to be able to remind these guys every week on what to do, okay? And he's made it extremely affordable. In fact, one job, what these guys learn, one job will pay for things, okay? And so there's no excuse. Again, if you're truly serious about growing your plumbing business, you need to be doing these things. Just like you have to have a truck and you got to put fuel in it, okay? You got to have a pair of channel locks, okay? You got to be able to solder.
You need CF in your pocket.
You need CF in your pocket, okay? And he's made it easy for you with his Wednesday morning live trainings that he does. Okay?
Live training, CF every Wednesday,
right.
live, right in your office.
You got the
Crazy.
best. That it could be as your own, as your
personal
own
trainer, your
sales,
corporate trainer,
right? Your corporate trainer, the best, okay? And I don't say that lightly, okay?
No, we do not.
So hey, I love you, brother. If he is he watching?
Yeah, I think so. And his show is getting ready to come up, which means he's going to kill us if we keep going past his show.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. You got to check out his program and podcast.
Yeah.
It's 9 o'clock. He does them live. Does them live. What 9 p.m.
9 o'clock.
Yeah,
Eastern time.
Right. And so we're coming up on that. So. Yeah. Well, we probably should be wrapping things up, so you can go over and check out what CF has to say and learn some things there. So. Yeah. But this has been great. Nice surprises here. You kind of took me off my game here with. I like the
little surprises.
I like that. Thank you for those who sent the videos in and your kind words, and thank you to you guys for joining us. And I love the relationship, and I love being with you. Okay. And look, I want to help you grow your plumbing business, and I want to tell you that if you do have that dream, that you can do it. Okay, you can do it. Again, it's just the right purpose. The right people and the right processes in place, and you can do it, okay? And I want to help you do that, and yes, I'm pushing you towards the academy, okay? Because you haven't been taught the business of plumbing. You're great at plumbing, but you haven't been taught the business of plumbing. And the academy teaches you everything you need to know to have a successful, self-sustaining, and profitable plumbing business, all right, that will create the life for you and your family that you desire, okay? Not just a job that you own, but a life. Okay, a life of freedom.
Go get it.
All right,
what
teaching the business of plumbing. Just go get it. Type success in the comments, or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/success. All right, there you have it.
There you go.
That was fun.
That was so fun. Congratulations, sweetheart. Really proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sweetheart, and thank you for your help.
I think
all right, you made this look good.
I think I
Laura
like
produces all this. Okay, we say, how do you look? Laura does it all.
Yeah.
So thank you, baby.
Well, I'm on board now, so we can continue.
Hey, I want to remind you before I let you go, as always, that you were purposefully and wonderfully created. You were created to do great things. So as always, plumb like a champion.
Thank you for tuning into Potty Talk Live with Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber. If you enjoyed this show, share it now. To catch past episodes and get alerts for new episodes, type 5 in the comment section now.
Just do it.
And join us again for more tips, techniques, and strategies to help you grow your plumbing business.